All right, so what I got here is I've got, so I'm raising this up a little bit higher. It's like this little old thing that I just showed you. Yeah, it's way up in the sky now. Skydiving. So what I got here, maybe I'll lower that. Anyway, just kind of show you the up top. So just regular old popcorn popper. And then I got a bowl, popcorn, right? Bulk popcorn, bland peanuts. These are roasted, but there's nothing on them. No salts added. No nothing. Just right from the farm, because the farms, they'll roast them and do certain things themselves, and then ship those to processing plants. Whoever wants to buy their stuff, and so I get it. I try to get my stuff directly from the farm. It's far less processed, if at all. My beans, my legumes, all that stuff, right from the farm. Right. Anyway, so then I got some dark chocolate. Right. It's 50% dark, and the filler is soy, which I'm okay with that. I've seen how they made that, and very expensive. But I don't eat a lot of it, so I think it's like $7 a pound, something like that. And then I take extra virgin olive oil, right? And so is that a hair? I think I got it. I think I got a stray hair. They get stringy, you know what I mean? So what I do is I'll take something like this, and I will take that dark chocolate. I have to pluck that hair. It's like, what? Out of control. So I'll take that dark chocolate, put a little bit in there. Not a whole lot. Enough to last me through the games. I want to make enough popcorn because this game day all day long. Let's see about. It's a special day. I'll go all in. And so then I take this and I will mic that for about 30 seconds to soften it up, and then take this olive oil. I think I'm gonna bring this camera down to level. There we go. And so about that, and then, well, maybe I should have left it. I don't know. And then I'm gonna pop that stuff into here. So get this party started. Got my little measuring cup. I'll make a little extra today, just like that. And I will let that thing do its thing. But what I'm going to show most here is how I make this, because I don't use butters. I use a totally different technique. So I don't want to cook my olive oil. So what I do is I just try to get my chocolate kind of started, get it hot, get my chocolate hot, where it's kind of starting to melt. And then I add in my olive oil. So I'm trying to keep my olive oil as fresh as possible, as far as not heating it in the microwave, because it damages the molecular structure of it, We don't want to go that way, So I'm going to keep it everything as intact as possible. The polyphenols, the antioxidants, try to keep from damaging them as much as possible. So then I'll take another peek. That was 2 30-second cycles. Still looks, well, yeah, it's starting to look like it's got something going on. So I got chocolate. I'm just going to pour it, not cover it. I don't want to cover the chocolate. I just want it to be thin enough so that it pours fairly easily. But I don't want it to run out like water. Kind of like a butter consistency. You know how butter is. So once I get that consistency, yeah, the chocolate's gently warming up my olive oil, my virgin. What makes it a virgin? I don't know. You can see how it's starting to get that consistency, like that. And I just keep doing that until it's all nice and thinned out and where I like it, like that. Make sure it's all there's no chunks, nice and creamy like that, but runny a little bit. And then I plug in my popcorn maker. I'm going to pause you during this because it gets so noisy. Look, listen how noisy this gets. Oh my gosh, I got to put my earplugs in. So, put that in. So I'm going to pause this and just kind of let this get to a certain point. Then we'll reignite. Okay, so you can see, you kind of see here, oh, the last popper, what I got going on. So that's my popcorn, still popping over there. Got my peanuts. I'm going to take these peanuts, put them right, oh, that's cashews. Oh, doggone it. I meant to do peanuts, but that's all right. And so, cashews are all right. I don't like to eat many cashews or very often because they're pretty fattening. Like a little tiny dab of do you know? And so, I'll just throw my peanuts in there, like that. And just kind of mix the cashews in the chocolate. And then pour that right over the popcorn. Just like yay. Yay, just like yay. Hey. And then what I'll do is just stir it up. Just like you stir up anything that needs to be stirred up. Stir it up. Little Thailand, stir it up. Ah, yeah. And then just stir it up. And so after a while, you know, that chocolate gets all mixed. Now, sometimes I don't measure anything, like, you know. Sometimes I make that chocolate a little too thick, and it's really simple to fix that. I just stick this whole thing in the microwave and let it soften up a little bit more, and then it blends quite nicely. You know, see how it's starting to turn a little chocolatey right there? And so, in fact, I might do that just to get it more synced in there with all the popcorn. Get it off the walls a little bit more. Maybe, I don't know, it's starting to look pretty good. Let's see what we got here. So I go all scoop everything off the bottom because the peanuts want to settle to the bottom. And I want to get those peanuts and cashews sticking to the popcorn. As that chocolate starts to chill, it's going to become more tacky. And it's going to stick more to the popcorn. Kind of adhere to it a little bit as that chocolate starts to thicken. And you see that, how it's starting to look there? Oh, and it's so good. Now, I don't usually use salt on here, but because I'm able to keep my blood pressure around 115 over 73, a little salt ain't gonna hurt me. It used to. I used to have to. There was a time when my blood pressure was 250 over 160. And I was on blood pressure medicine at the time. Wasn't working too well, was it? And so, So I tried to avoid salts, and it was an ongoing battle, right? I was experiencing metabolic disease, premature aging symptoms, due to my lifestyle. You know, processed foods. And so I cut all that stuff out. including the salt. And because I'm able to now maintain um, a healthy metabolical system, I only spike about once a day when I eat my dinners after 5. I eat my dinners and all homegrown from the field kind of stuff, you know. I go out to my backyard or front. I got radishes over here, different stuff in the back. I do what's called winter gardening. This is 8B zone, so there's good. So there's quite a few things that can be grown here in Eugene, Oregon. I started out with this bowl, wasn't big enough. It's gonna be a long football day, so I think I'm gonna take a little bit of salt because I'm okay now. Right, sprinkle a little bit of, so I can see that. There we go. That's more than enough. Well, probably right on. Did I throw that in the sink? Yes, I did. It looks like I got a little bit green leaf in there. Now, you know, if you think about this, if I wanted to, I can grab some of my, it's still dry in my mint, and chop that up into like a powder and sprinkle mint on here, if I wanted to. But today, I mean, the limitation is our imagination. See how that's looking? Oh, kind of neat. Yeah. Football snack. In fact, that game is about to start in 1 minute. 1 minute. So, please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. I do all kinds of things like this. And there's people that, wow, boy, you showed me that, and here, look what I've done. I've done this and that, just because of that one thing you showed me. And so, now I don't use my fingers on this. I graduated. I graduated from sticky chocolate fingers to a nice big spoon. And so I scoop down to the bottom so I can get, you know, and keep the peanuts from building up at the bottom. I scoop down to the bottom. And that's my football snack for today. Hey, hey, hey. What do you say? And so, now there's all kinds of quick little desserts that people can make that's healthy. Right? This is a lot of fiber. This is like really, really fibrous stuff, right? And I didn't add any sugar. The only sweetener in there is the soy that they use as an emulsifier in the 50% chocolate, dark chocolate. That's dark chocolate, right? Dark cocoa. And there you go. Special treat. I was thinking, I need to go buy some chips and some other snacks. And this is a special football day. Special days require special foods. How many times we told ourselves that, right? Gotta start by this. Next thing you know, we're coming back with 6 bags of this and that and stuff that's, you know, then we gotta go to the doctor. Who knows when later, days, years, decades, who knows? It builds up. Oh, I need that 12th medication too. What? It's accumulative, right? Metabolic disease should only start in our 90s or hundreds, right? But because we're sedentary mostly, and we eat all this chemicalized food and keeps our inflammatory markers high over the decades, it's a cumulative effect, and all the metals that are from the processing machines that for processed foods, all those micro metals and microplastics, and it inflames our bodies internally and externally. So it makes everything age prematurely. When you're 78 or 80 years old, you shouldn't look like you're in your hundreds. You shouldn't be in a wheelchair unless you had a car accident or something happened, right? Metabolic diseases starts when we're born. If we're fed bad foods from our birth, processed chemicals, some children can't handle that, and they start getting metabolic diseases when they're children, cancers and all kinds of other ailments. And of course, there's genetic things that, you know, there's nothing we can do about that. But we can sure take personal accountability and personal responsibility for ourselves. And, you know, I know it's tough. I used to be addicted to the brownies, the ice cream, the cakes, the candies, the pies. I don't eat that stuff ever. Well, ice cream once in a while during the summer, because so there's certain times, sometimes I will do that. I'll go buy myself a bag of potato chips I avoid the barbecue because those are highly chemicalized, but just plain chips. Right? Else has got is, it's just plain baked potatoes kind of stuff, And I'll do that sometimes. And I'll read there and make sure there's no glutamate, glycinate, nitrate, and all that stuff. It just says roasted potatoes or something like that, baked potatoes, baked potato chips. And so, yeah, but that's rare, right? It's what we do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. To have processed foods on a rare occasion, like every 3 months or 6 months or a year, that's okay. The body is so clean that when we do get exposed to those chemicals, the little Pac-Man are sitting there going, I ain't got nothing to do every day, all day long. And we give them that junk stuff, right? The chemicals and the poisons. They go, oh, finally. And they get in there and they clean it up within 24 hours. As long as we don't eat it the next day and the next day and then it builds up. The Pac-Man going, man, I'm so exhausted. I'm just going to take a break. And then we have to go to the doctor because of this ailment or that ailment and get on this medication and that thing. Anyway, you get the point, right? All right. Happy football day. Subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave a comment. I appreciate that. And you have a wonderful football day and a happy new year. Bye now.